Om Gangadapataye Nama, Sri Gurubhyo Nama, hariom. Prostration to Shri Shiva and all holy masters for their great lineage message for the for awakening, whichever have already been expounded. We are only trying to recap. The topic of today's is Purusha Prayatna. There is the Purusha Prayatna, there is how it is correlated in the mundane parlance vis-a-vis the cosmic, the principle. There is a slight misnomer communication gap, and due to this one, there is a self-inflicted discomfort. Now, let us, with the grace of the masters, let us ponder over this issue. Purusha Prayatna. What is Purusha? It is not. Purusha is that which is reveling everywhere, that is reveling in the Upadhi, Purnatvat iti Purusha, Pura iti Sarvam iti Purusha, Purushayanat. And that is what is, though reveling in the body, it is everywhere. Pindas, Pratyagatma, that is everywhere. So, prayatna means the effort to get it, to gain, to get to union, that one. Now, who has to do what for this prayatna? Because one side the scriptures glorify, Amrutasya putraha, Deho devalaya, Jivo deva sanataha, Brahma satyam jaganmitya, Jivo brahmaiva naparaha. So there is a correlation that it is that the being is very much the expression of that immortal God principle. Then how is that? Then why then, if it is so, why this Purusha Prayatna, Purusha or God principle are one and same? Then what is this things about it? Now, though the being, the God principle, jnana, existence, jnana, prakasha, shakti, it is all pervading. Its immediate expression is I am, aham. Then the default one thing is it is subjected by Maya. Maya, Upadhi, this one avidya. Avidya means avarana and vikshepa. So avarana means veil and vikshepa is projection. Due to this one, now he is he is separated from the I am, that separated from his root reality, Swarupa, and then he is projecting an entityhood which is localized. And this person, in turn, is cruising through the three states and embracing relevant karana equipments. Example in Vivek, gross body and mind, and then the script related things. And same way in dream mind. In deep sleep, nothing. But one thing he is retaining has been that avidya. So, Purusha Prayatna means Prayatna, what is denying the Purushahood, Godhood, that is the Purusha Prayatna. Prayatna, no, that means he is avidya, means Maya. So, Vidya will again remind him. But in the worldly parlance, whatever his efforts made in deploying the body, mind, and thing, this is carrying. Let us see whether it should not be done. It should be done, but the Purusha Prayatna is to get what he has missed, what is ailing. He is infected with avidya. Now, avidya, that is the solution. Now, we are giving a different. So, the domain he is connected. The enrichment of the domain is linked to his attainment. So this we will take one small analogy. So avidya is like that. There is a king, and he has a son. Now this son happened when he came out. He is lost. He met with an accident, or somebody had hit. Something fell on his thinking. Somehow there is a effect. He lost his memory that he belongs to the king. That is what is avidya. That I am, though it is a immediate expression of the jnana and jnana directly operating as I am. Now it has forgotten. In wake state we say aham asmi, and it has knowledge, but it is not that one, that that back end reality. Now because that is all pervading, infinity, immortal. Now this projection which happened, no, it is due to the consequent to the spell of avidya, Maya. Now this person who had an accident, and though he is son of the king, now he is lost, he has forgotten. Now he is brought up by the nearby province people. Now he is continuing his life. Now he has a body. By virtue of having a body, he has mind. Now he is having a family, whatnot. He is trying to do his best. But now what should be done? Now his enrichment through his equipment, that is body, mind, and betterment, vis-a-vis the awareness to trace back to the parent. Which one sounds the appropriate? Purusha prayatna. Now this person, now but is it feasible for him on his own? But there is a guidance of the master or guru. Then he is reminded, someone from the very palace, whosoever is aware that he is a son of the king. Now he says, no, I have nothing to do. Then there is a process of connecting him. This is vidya, the shravana, manana, nididhyasana, reveling upon the either direct access of the enlightened masters or their their message through through words or through other means. This will help the person to trace back. Now this is gives the infinity immortality. That kinghood palace is something could be equated to infinitude, and it is immortality bliss. Now this person, that is very much its swarupa, but now he is expecting very those things in the mortal domains of body, mind, intellect, material. Now now from the world, now for him that is only the redeem, because everything that is attained even in wake, it is totally wound up. This entire package of the wake state, it subsides. When deep package subsides, deep sleep, nothing is there. But one thing is there, that avidya, maya. So now the jiva prayatna is to find a remedy for that ignorance, avidya. So now this is what is the this is actually the ground reality of that. Now we will see what is really purusha prayatna from the worldly point of view. Purusha prayatna means a person who intends to excel in the material life through through more optimal deployment of his resources, his body equipment. One point here to share would be, when being is born, there are three things inherited. That is this avidya or maya. Then what is the quota of his sukha dukkhas, what he has to get, the quota of pleasure and pain. And then his tendencies. These three are unique, customized. But then it is not that anybody would be silent. He cannot be. He cannot be quiet all the time. Everybody does one thing, but the limitations are his faculties. So according to this one, no, but the general notion is that if one had put better efforts, he would have achieved this, achieved that, this. All that is making a person more depressed. So, however, one may, with more intelligence, there is nothing more to gain. With no intelligence, there is nothing to lose. But one has to engage. And one cannot avoid engaging also. That is the beauty, because they quote bhavatya bhava. You see, everything, whatever should happen alone is happening. Whatever should not happen would not happen. because it is governed by niyati, loss of the thing. There is nothing like accident or somehow luck in in this exercise, in this domain. So you see, if we recall now, Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, when he expounds that great text, it is said that all my time has already killed all. You only enact and claim victory. Now it is a pointer to revel upon. If that were, if it were to be so that in the forthcoming impending war all would be dead, they should have been behaving to their respective disposition. So where is that means there are some kind of protocols which makes a person to run work according to that one. So, however, because the Shruti of Bhagavad Gita also says, everybody pravurti, prakritim yanti bhuta nigraham king karishyati. Everybody's pravurtis make them to act. It is not that every parent, no parents spares the effort to make their children good, or in his work, everybody. But the, the, to the extent to which it is done, to extent it materializes, that varies. But we notice disparities, that a person is good now, he is getting problems. Person is bad, he is all is okay for him. So whatever we have inherited, because Mahatma say, if some last birth we have taken loan, now we have to pay interest. If last birth there is a virtue, we have FDs, now we will be getting the interest. It is like a salt bath, and is heavy, is big. Now we are pouring the sugar, and it takes time to replace it. If that is less, our effort. So there is some law. Now question our Mahatma say. Now there should not be regret or repentance. This will further pull down, sink our life force, make a person more disturbed heart, because wheresoever we are unable to make or falling short, this very our social domain says that it is due to lack of efforts. But one thing, nobody would be silent, can remain silent, because Lord also says, not a second anybody would be complacent, and everybody would definitely uh, deploy themselves in this effort. Now, this example what we had taken, that avidya, that maya is like a lost memory. Imagine the person in deep sleep, he walked into the wake state, is like embracing our body and mind, and that script related whatsoever. Like that, he enters into the film city, person who is in the town, and there he is hit, means he has lost his memory. There he is projecting to be a named entity, Sudhakar, like that. Now that Sudhakar, however he is making an effort to excel with reference to his role, would it be a substitute to his awareness of his home? That home is, in this example, fulfillment, complete immortality, that bliss. And now, if with that awareness, if he is transiting through the thing, it is a sport. He enters. That means there is no hit. Now that now, would it be actually that is a infinity, that is a immense treasure. Now this whatever he gets in the film, so now all okay. Now he will not much, if with that awareness is there, all okay, he will not much rejoice. It is a vyavaharika, it is for sake of role. Even the richest people, they play, so they would not get immersed in the role. They are aware of their thing. So now at the same time there is a loss, they would not be conditioned. Now same, now this is what is said, yogastha kuru karmane, yoga karmasu kaushalam. So there is nothing to resent worldly life or anything, but the Purusha Prayatna is to know oneself. With that awareness, we engage or deploy in the field in our domain of equipment, and that person would be more efficient really because he has awareness. He is not now caught up in expectations or projections. So even that with that awareness, so the gain and loss for a film actor only matter who is under the spell of ignorance, who is immersed. For a person who is aware of his self, there is nothing. That's why Sri Ramakrishna says, know God and then enter into the samsara. No, a person, otherwise samsara, there is a not only that vis-a-vis the infinitude, the person is getting the finite. There is a threat, insecurity, uncertainty, unpredictability, mortality. This is like that as a pleasure of a dog. It is caught up in fear, even though it is biting some bone. It is caught up in fear. It is oozing. It thinks it is deluded. So this materialistic thing also, there is nothing much because that is what is our Kathopanishad. Paranmukha means the last son of king. He is now caught up in his domain where he is connected. He is Paranmukha. So, however, it is better, but it is bare, it is not even iota of what is that king, that is palace, is divine, the Raja Vidya, that's why it is said Raja. Raja means king. That kinghood, that gives, it is nothing. So, whereas Pratyarmukha means he is trying to trace to his glory, and with that awareness he enter into it. Now it is like a jail superintendent entering into jail and coming out. Now he is at comfort. Now that Abhimanyu enters and exits Padma Vyuha. Now a person in real life, he is in town, he is two thing. He may be playing a beggary role in a movie. He is not much affected, and he may be rich, but he is not much to elate or anything. So Purusha Prayatna is excelling in the field, that is, or this one. This is the grasp of it concerned it. So Purusha, what actually in three states, what is the common ailment of the being is ignorance or delusion or avidya or maya. Now that is the thing, because a person is a collector, he is a learned person, everything so and so, he has so much of prosperity. All this is his mind. It is not he, because he is continuing in other states, but it is wound up here. So it is not, it would not. He will be reliving it. He may be most powerful, most learned, most qualified, full of assets, full of things. He has got a fantastic family, but all these things are confined. They are dormant. Now he is. So all the efforts of the worldly point of Purusha Prayatna is definitely Purusha, definitely it is now it is confined to a state. It is limited. It is subject to change, mortality, insecurity. If it had been his true nature, it would follow him. So what is relatively fact? His avidya. He and his avidya, because that is a common factor, invariable and fixed component in all three states. Now dream family is deep family, again it is wound up in when he goes to the deep sleep. Now how the dream family and wake family are different? One and same. It is like for a film, first shot is like a first breath, last breath is like a last shot. So once before birth it is not there, before after birth death it is not there. So in between it is as good as a virtually a dream only. So dream, that's why it is awakening, that fourth state. It is turiya. Now if somebody woke up from the dream, now however, now wonderful dream, how it matters. or most painful dream. How it? If somebody is conscious in dream, he, he has nothing to regret or repent. Now it is not that dream. It is linked to that. If with effort we can make it a fantastic dream. Because of our poor efforts, it became a very crying, very bitter dream. Nothing like that. A dream like that, wake also, in a way. These variations, disparities, all are part of the script, cosmic script. They are happening, so they have to be understood. One has to outgrow. So not that consciously nobody would do wrong. Why anybody would do? He is under the spell of his mind. That mind has opted that track to reap that fruit. There are laws. So we have to outgrow, and with higher awareness we can definitely conquer and then reach that infinitude. One small again thing, same thing. Now this purusha prayatna again, and versus the mundane perspective is that tiger baby which is lost in the sheep and goat. Now what it is supposed to be a free life in jungle, it is now confined to sheep and goat. It is trying purusha prayatna that it want to excel. Is it not a compromise, a trade-off of the infin of it's what it otherwise gets it and here? That is what is. Now the call for it is it has to be reminded that it is that its true nature. The other example also extending to the same thing is that eagle, that egg hatched by chicken, and then it is born, it is also brought up amid chicken, eaten. It is it is emulating chicken and it is confined. Now that chicken company is like the body, mind, intellect, and all those things. However, it is trying to, and even if it excels, see, it is supposed to be airborne, flying, great. Now that is lost. Now Purusha Prayatna for that thing is to make pursuit for that higher. So now this is what is Purusha Prayatna is touching, connecting to the Swarupa, and the mundane point of view, Artha Kama pursuits are working for the enrichment of the body mind. These have to be definitely respected, but the trade-off clarity will give it a matured perception. So there is no slapping ourselves that had if we had done, we would have been think because of that decision. There are some undercurrent. The idea is message is to outgrow, understand the governing laws. Hariom.